please state and spell your first and last name?
Emy Lynn Sapinoso,
Thank you. Raise your right hand. Do you do solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Up around the court recorder, up there.
Could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
I'm Emy Lynn Sapinoso.
And where do you currently work?
I currently work at the Orange County District Attorney's Office in California as a forensic scientist.
Where did you work back in 2019?
In 2019, so prior to my current job, I was a forensic scientist at Mesa Forensic Services in Mesa, Arizona.
What did you do at the Mesa Forensic Services?
I was a forensic scientist there where I did serology, DNA analysis. I was the biology technical leader for 7 years, the last 7 years, and I did blend state pattern analysis at crime scenes, and I was also a forensic artist the last year I was there.
Can you tell us your training and education to work as a forensic scientist in the area of DNA?
I have a bachelor's degree in biology and a master's degree in forensic science.
While working for the Mesa Police Department, did you undergo training to learn how to develop DNA profiles from samples?
Yes, I did. So most of my training was done in-house by other forensic scientists in our unit. And aside from that, I've gone to like external trainings, and I'm required to do at least 8 hours continuing education every year.
And back when you were working as a forensic services, was that for the Mesa Police Department?
Yes, it was.
Did you, while you were at the Mesa Police Department Forensic Services, undergo those same types of trainings, ongoing trainings, internal and external?
Yes.
Now, in the area of DNA, can you talk to us about first sort of DNA and what different, I guess, biological sources can be used to find DNA?
So DNA is what makes each person a human being. It comes from your parents. Half of it is from your mom. The other half is from your dad. The DNA analysis that's performed at a forensic laboratory is typically from biological fluids like blood, semen, saliva, and can also be collected from touch DNA or items that people touch and leave their skin cells on.
Now, was one part of your job to develop a DNA profile from what we call a known source of DNA?
Yes.
Can you tell us first what a known source means?
A known source of DNA is a sample that's collected directly from an individual.
And what do we mean by a DNA profile?
DNA profile is the result that is obtained after DNA analysis is performed in the laboratory.
As a forensic scientist working for the Mesa Police Department, would the job sometimes be split where one forensic scientist would be required to create a DNA profile from a known, and another one might create DNA profiles from unknown or items collected at a scene?
Yes, so that's pretty typical. It just depends on which forensic scientist is available to perform the work at any given time.
When you were working there back in 2019, did the Mesa Police Department contract to do DNA work for the Gilbert Police Department?
Yes.
In this case that we're talking about, did you perform the creating a DNA profile for the known, for a single known source for Alexander Cox?
Yes, I did.
Were you provided with a property item 647961 from Alexander Cox?
Yes, so the Mesa reports will have a letter G in front of that to identify it as a Gilbert item.
Okay. And was that, when you receive an item such as a blood blot, can you explain to us how you get that from the Gilbert Police Department? Is it sealed? Is it protected? What do they do to get that to you?
Yes, so the Mesa Forensic Services Laboratory has laboratory technicians who go over to the Gilbert Police Department to their evidence section to pick up any evidence that we need to do forensic analysis on. Then our laboratory technician brings the evidence back to the Mesa Forensic Services Laboratory, where it gets stored in the proper location for a forensic scientist to analyze. And any packaging or the way it's sealed is noted in our notes, and we ensure that it's properly sealed with evidence tape or tape that's marked with the person's initials and date who sealed it.
So when you received the blood blot, that item 647961, was that in a sealed evidence envelope?
Yes, it was.
Was it dated and signed to reflect that it was impounded by Gilbert Police Department?
Yes.
So when you receive a blood blot, can you tell us what that is?
Blood blot is typically taken from a coroner's office. They put it on sort of like a round filter paper where they put just spots of blood on there. And then when we get it in the laboratory, we take that filter paper and we take a cutting of the blood that's on that filter paper to forward for DNA analysis.
Is that what you did in this case?
Yes, I did.
And were you able to create a DNA profile from that blood blot from Alexander Cox?
Yes.
Were you asked to do any other analysis with regards to that DNA profile for Alexander Cox?
No, I did not.
Was that profile that you created documented in your report, in the notes, so that it could be reviewed by another analyst in any type of comparisons?
Yes.
Did that basically end your involvement with regards to this case and Alexander Cox?
Yes.
The state has no other questions for this witness.
Cross.
No questions, Your Honor.
Are there any questions for this witness from any member of the jury? Not seeing any. You can step down. Thank you.